Edmund Kemper. His mother told him no woman would ever love him, so he found a way to make sure they'd never leave. Edmund Kemper was just 8 years old when his mother started locking him in the basement every night. She said it was to protect his sisters from him. She called him a real weirdo, loud enough for him to hear through the walls. She told him he reminded her of his father, and that was never a compliment. By 10, Kemper had buried the family cat alive, then dug it up, then cut off its head and mounted it on a stick. At 14, he ran away to find his father, but his father had remarried and didn't want him. They shipped him off to live with his grandparents on a remote California ranch. His grandmother treated him the same way his mother had, constant criticism and constant control. On August 27, 1964, 15-year-old Edmund Kemper shot his grandmother in the head with a rifle. When his grandfather came home, he shot him too. When police asked why, Kemper said he wanted to see what it felt like to kill Grandma, and he killed Grandpa so he wouldn't have to find out. Kemper spent 5 years in a psychiatric hospital. Doctors said he was rehabilitated. They released him into his mother's care. The argument started immediately. Screaming matches so loud the neighbors called police. His mother told him he was worthless, that college girls would never look at him twice, that he disgusted her. Between 1972 and 1973, Kemper picked up 6 young female hitchhikers. He killed them all. But these weren't random victims. They were college students, the same women his mother worked with at UC Santa Cruz, the same women she said would never want him. After killing one victim, Kemper buried her head in his mother's garden, facing her bedroom window. She always wanted people to look up to her, he said. On April 20th, 1973, Kemper finally did what he'd been building toward his whole life. He killed his mother with a hammer while she was sleeping. He decapitated her and used her head as a dartboard. Then he called the police and turned himself in. The killings were over. He'd destroyed the thing that created him. Jeffrey Dahmer. When Jeffrey Dahmer was 18, both his parents left. His father moved out. His mother took his younger brother and left. No forwarding address, no phone calls. Jeffrey was alone in an empty house. He would later say that was the moment everything fell apart. Dahmer's childhood looked normal from the outside. Suburban Ohio, 2-parent household, a little brother named David. But inside, the family was fracturing. His mother suffered from depression and anxiety, swallowing pills by the handful. His father buried himself in work, chasing a PhD in chemistry while his marriage collapsed. The two fought constantly, screaming matches that echoed through the walls. No one noticed their older son slipping away. By age 10, Jeffrey had started collecting roadkill. He'd strip the flesh from dead animals and keep the bones. His father thought it was scientific curiosity. He even taught Jeffrey how to bleach and preserve the skeletons. He never asked why his son spent hours alone in a backyard hut, surrounded by jars of formaldehyde and tiny skulls. By 14, Jeffrey was drinking whiskey before school. Teachers noticed. His grades dropped, but no one intervened. By the time his parents divorced, Jeffrey had already learned the lesson that would define his life. People leave. Everyone leaves, and there's nothing you can do to make them stay, unless you make sure they can't. Between 1978 and 1991, Dahmer killed 17 young men. He drugged them, strangled